Good evening, everyone. Welcome to WNBA Bible Basketball. Come on in. Welcome to WNBA Bible Basketball. We're going to play a little Bible basketball. This month is uh, Women History Month. And so we're going to be playing a little bit of WNBA Bible basketball for Women History Month. So come on in and join in on the excitement, on the fun. We're all ready to have a good time. Everybody out there is ready. They out there ready to see a good time. So come on in and let's have fun with the Word of God on this WNBA Bible basketball. We're going to be doing WNBA Bible basketball for the month of Women's History Month. So, y'all come on in and let's get started. We're going to give a few minutes for everybody to come on in. Hello, Bishop Granberry. God bless you, my brother. Good to see you. I'm doing fine. Hope you are doing the same. Good evening, Sister Alice Commons. God bless you, my sister. Good to see you. I'm doing fine, Sister Alice. All right. God bless you. Bishop say he ready. All right, Bishop. This is the WNBA. We're going to be doing a little WNBA basketball because them women, they be playing some ball. And this month we're celebrating Women History Month. And so, in celebration of Women History Month, we're going to be doing a little WNBA basketball. So, y'all come on in. As our players come out of the locker room, we're going to get started with our WNBA basketball. Everybody out there in the stadium, they ready. You can hear them. You can hear them out there. They making a lot of noise, so they ready for you. So y'all come on out of the locker room. Let's get started with some WNBA basketball. And in the WNBA, those sisters likes to shoot a lot of three-pointers. They shoot from way out there. And so we're going to be looking for a lot of three-pointers. They don't do much dunking, but they definitely do a lot of three-pointers. All right. And so we're going to give one more minute and then we're going to get started with our WNBA basketball. Hello, Sister Knot Kennedy. God bless you, Knot. We are glad to see you here tonight. Get ready for some WNBA Bible basketball as we celebrate Women's History Month. This is Women's History Month. And so we're going to be doing a little WNBA basketball. All right. Hello to my cousin Shirley. God bless you, cousin Shirley. Welcome. Welcome. Tonight, we're celebrating Women's History Month by playing a little bit of WNBA Bible basketball. And in the WNBA, those sisters shoot a lot of three-pointers. So we're going to be looking for a lot of three-pointers tonight. And so if everybody is ready, we're going to get ready to pull up our questions tonight. And our question is going to be coming, starting off with Genesis chapter 16. Genesis chapter 16, and we're going to be looking at the situation between Hagar and Sarah. Sarah and Hagar had a little situation going on. And so we're going to be looking at that tonight as we get ready to get started with our WNBA basketball. Yeah, you need your long game tonight. That is true because them sisters shoot three-pointers. They don't do a lot of dunking, but they definitely shoot them long ball. All right. Genesis chapter 16. Here comes our first question. All right, let's get ready to head down the court. Here comes our first question. Our first question is, Who was Sarah's handmaid? What was Sarah's handmaid name? A. Hagar. B. Rebecca. C. Josephine. D. Ishmael. What was her name? Hagar, Rebecca, Josephine, Ishmael. What was Sarah's handmaid name? Who gonna take off down the court first on this one here? And there go the bishop, took off with B, Rebecca. But here come cousin Shirley, steals it from her and takes off the other way with Hagar. Down the court she go with Hagar, and she passes it to Sister Glenzie. Good evening, good to see you, Sister Glenzie, on the court tonight as we celebrate Women's History Month. We're celebrating Women's History Month by playing a little bit of WNBA Bible basketball. So Sister Glenzie takes off down the court, go between her leg and behind her back, and she passes it to Sister Knott Kennedy. Sister Knott Kennedy goes between her leg and passes it to back to Sister Glenzie. But here come the bishop, steals it again with Rebecca. He going with Rebecca. But there comes my son, Daniel. Good evening. Welcome to the WNBA, Daniel. This is some pretty rough basketball, WNBA. And we're celebrating women history, so we're on the WNBA. So Daniel steals it from the bishop and goes the other way with Hagar. Is this a slam dunk as he passes it to Sister Alice? Is this a slam dunk as Sister Alice comes in for the slam and she passes it and shoots a three-pointer? Can she make this three-pointer? Is it she gonna make it? That is correct. She made that three-pointer. That's what the thing about that WNBA. They can shoot them three-pointers. Way to shoot that three-pointer from half court. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Bishop said, hey, Daniel, our next question says, the handmaid was blind, old, Hebrew, or Egyptian. The handmaid was A, blind, B, old, C, Hebrew, or D, Egyptian. Who gonna take off down the court first on this in here? The crowd is hollering. The crowd is hollering. Who gonna take off down the court? They all excited about this. Was the handmaid blind, old, Hebrew, or Egyptian? And there goes the bishop, takes off right away. He says again that the handmaid was old. But here comes Sister Glenzie, steals from him and go behind her back with she was an Egyptian. Down the court she go between behind her back and she passes it to cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley passes it back to Sister Glenzie, who Daniel said, hey, Bishop, and Sister Glenzie go between her leg and behind her back. Down the court she go. This sister she know how to play in the NBA. This sister is playing some ball. Everybody's screaming as this sister heads down the court. Look at her go. That sister is rolling, and she passes it back to cousin Shirley, back to Sister Glenzie, who passes it to Sister Knott Kennedy. Sister Knott go behind her back and pass it to the Sister Alice. Sister Alice go between her legs and passes it to Sister Knott. Sister Knott go between her legs. She's headed down the court. Down the court she goes, and the bishop gets with him. Can the bishop shoot a three-pointer or two as the seconds tick on the clock? Is this another three-pointer? And here comes Sister Alice, and she shoots. Did she make it? Yes, she made it. Another three-pointer. All right, way to shoot it. Wow, these sisters can shoot some three-pointers. That's what they do in the WNBA. All right, let's head down the court with our next question. It says, when Sarah could not conceive, A, she cried out to the Lord. B, Abraham despised her. C, Hagar despised her. D, she gave Hagar to Abram as wife. What happened when Sarah could not conceive? The crowd is ready. Who gonna take off down the court first on this one here? She cried out to the Lord. Abram despised her. Hagar despised her. She gave Hagar to her husband Abraham. Who gonna take off down the court on this one here? The crowd is ready. Who gonna take off down the court? And there go cousin Shirley, says she gave him to her husband. Down the court she go with husband, but the bishop still said, no, Hagar despised her. But here comes Sister Glenzie, took it from him, go between her leg, behind her back, and she is moving down the court, and she's She passes it back to cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley back to Sister Glenn, who go between her leg, behind her back. The crowd, she passes it to Sister Alice. Man, back to Sister Glenzie. The crowd is really sad, is really excited. And Sister Glenzie passes it to Sister Knott. Back to she go between her leg. Back to Sister Alice, to Sister Glenzie, who passes it to Sister Knott. Back to Sister Alice. Back to Sister Knott. They are moving back and forth. Man, y'all showing out before the crowd. And they passes it back and forth to Sister Alice, who go between her leg behind her back, and she lost it. The bishop got it and going the other way. The bishop has taken it, and he's going the other way with the ball. But here comes Sister Alice right away and takes it right back from the bishop. This sister is tough. She takes it back from the bishop, passes it to Sister Knott, back to Sister Alice. Sister Alice shoots. Is she going to make? She made it. Another three-pointer. She made it. She made it. Way to play that long game. Y'all shooting them long balls. Another three-pointer. All right. That is correct. D. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with the next question. Next question says, when Hagar conceived, what happened? A, there was a great celebration. B, Sarah rejoiced. C, she despised Sarah. D, Abraham prayed for a son. What happened when she conceived? What happened? Was there a great celebration? Sarah rejoiced. She despised Sarah. Abram prayed for a son. Who gonna take off down the court? The bishop said there was a great celebration down the court. The bishop, but here comes Sister Glenzie, steals it from him, and said, "No, my brother, that she despised Sarah. She go between her legs, behind her back. Man, that sister is moving. She's got the crowd all excited." As she go between her legs and all behind her back, she has the crowd excited. Sister Glenzie is rolling. Look at that sister go as she passes it to Sister Alice, back to Sister Glenzie, and she passes it to Cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley heads down the court, which she despised Sarah, and she passes back to Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie go between her leg, behind her back, and she passes it back to Sister Alice, back to Sister Glenzie, who passes to Sister Alice, who passes it to Sister Knott. Down the court, Sister Knott goes with the ball, and she got it stolen by the bishop. The bishop still going with B, rejoice. But here comes Sister Alice, steals it right away from him and said, "No, that's wrong, my brother. It is C." And she passes it to Sister Knott, back to Sister Alice. Sister Alice goes down the court between her legs, behind her back to Sister Knott. They going back and forth, back to Sister Alice. As they go back and forth down the court. Down the court they go. Can Sister Alice, is she, here come Sister Shirley going all the way. Said Abraham prayed for a son. Cousin Shirley done switched up and she going the other way. She said Abraham prayed for a son. Down the court she go with pray for a son. But here comes Sister Knott. She said, "No, we ain't giving up on that." They said, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. And there goes Sister Alice, steers it back and passes to Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie go between her legs behind her back, and she passes it to Sister Alice. Sister Alice back to Sister Glenzie. Is this a three-pointer? Is this a three-pointer? That is correct. Way to shoot that three-pointer. Abraham ain't prayed for no son. No, no. Sarah, she was despised. She despised Sarah when she conceived. All right, let's get ready to head down the court. All right, good, Shirley. That must have been a mistake. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Question says, when Abram told Sarah to do as she pleased with Hagar, what did Sarah do? A, Sarah entreated her kindly. B, Sarah killed her. C, Sarah sent her away. D, Sarah dealt hardly with her. Who's going to take off down the court? The crowd is ready. Who's going to take off down the court first on this one here? Who's going to take off down the court? And there go the bishop said she killed her. Wow, bishop. She killed her. Wow, the bishop said killed. Down the court, the bishop going with killed. Is everybody going to go with the bishop with killed? The bishop said killed. He's going down the court with killed. Can he hit that long ball with kill? But here comes Sister Alice, steals it from her and says she sent her away. Down the court she goes with sent her away. But here comes Sister Glenzie steals and says she dealt with her hardly. But here comes Sister Knott, steals it back from her and said no, she sent her away. But Sister Glenzie is determined. She steals it and goes back the other way and said no, she dealt with her hardly. Down the court she goes with dealt with her hardly. And she go down the court with dealt with her. She go between her legs and behind her back. She go between her leg behind her back, but here comes Sister Knott and steals it back from her and heads back the other way. And she passes it to Sister Alice. But here comes Sister Glenzie. She steals it back from Sister Alice and goes the other way. Down the court, she go between her legs behind her back the other way. She is determined that she dealt with her heart. But here come the bishop, steals it, and he said, no, she killed her. But here comes Sister Alice, steals it from the bishop and goes back the other way. With no, she sent her away. But here comes Sister Glenzie. She said, no, she dealt hardly with her. She go between her leg behind her back. Her and Sister Alice are going at it. Sister Alice steals it from Sister Glenzie. They going hard at it. What's going to happen here? And here come Cousin Shirley. She said, no, she dealt hardly with her. And she passes it to Sister Glenzie. But Sister Knott is still determined. And she steals it and go the other way. But here comes Sister Glenzie, steals it right back. Man, they going back and forth. And there go the bishop. He going another way. Wow. They going back and forth. And here comes Sister Glenzie and Sister Alice steals it, but Sister Glenzie steals it right back and passes it to Cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley got it stolen, but Sister Glenzie stays in there, stayed with it. Is this a three-pointer? As she goes up. That is correct. It is D. Way to shoot that long ball, Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie and Cousin Shirley knew that one now. All right, we learned something there. She dealt hardly with her. She didn't send her away. No, first she dealt pretty rough with her. All right, the first time she ran away because she was dealing with her so harshly. That was 2 times that she left. This is the first time. All right, we learning something tonight. She dealt hardly with her and she left on her own. She ran away. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Said, because of this, A, here come y'all answer now. Hagar ran away. B, Hagar blessed Abraham and Sarah. Or C, Hagar despised Abram. D, Hagar thanked God. See, I already gave you answer on that one there. I talk too much. All right, who's going to head down the court here as our crowd is ready? Are y'all ready? Ooh, there goes Sister Glenzie right away. Says she ran away. Down the court, Sister Glenzie go between her legs and behind her back with ran away. She's going with ran away and she passes it to Sister Knott. Sister Knott takes off down the court and she passes it back to Sister Glenzie. Back and forth they go down the court pursuing Sister Knott and she passes it to Sister Alice, back to Sister Glenzie. She go between her leg and back to Sister Knott. Down the court and she passes it to Sister Alice. Look at them go down the court. And she passes it to Cousin Shirley, back to Sister Alice. The Sister Alice passes to Sister Knott, back to Sister Alice. Look at them go down the court. Look at them go. Down the court they go. Can they shoot that long ball? Back to Sister Knott, who passes it back to Sister Alice. Down the court. But here comes Bishop. Bishop said he can shoot that long ball too. And Bishop said Hagar blessed them. Down the court, the bishop go with blessed, but Sister Knott said, no, my brother, and she passes it to Cousin Shirley, back to Sister Alice. Down the court, they going down the court. As they head down the court, Cousin Shirley passes it to Sister Knott, to Sister Alice. And Sister Alice comes in, she passes it to Cousin Shirley. Back and forth, they go down the court between Sister Alice and Cousin Shirley. Is they going to hit this long ball again this time? That is correct. Flying 360. Not a flying 360, but a three-pointer on that one now. From half court. Way to shoot that long ball. She ran away. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Next question says, who found Hagar by a fountain of water in the wilderness. She ran into the wilderness, and who found her? A, Lot. B, Sarah. C, Abraham. D, an angel. Who gonna take off down the court first on this one here? Our crowd is as excited about this game. So who gonna take off down the court first on this one here? Who found her? Lot, Sarah, Abram, an angel. Who gonna take off down the court? And there goes Sister Alice, took off down the court. She says an angel found her. Down the court she goes and she passes it to Cousin Shirley. Back to Sister Alice, who passes it to Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie takes off down the court and go between her leg and pass it back to Sister Alice, back to Sister Glenzie. Down the court, they going back and forth between one another down the court between Sister Alice and Sister Glenzie. As they go down the court showing off their skills. Showing off their skills in the NBA, and they passes it to Sister Knott. Sister Knott takes off down the court and go between her leg and pass it to Sister Alice. Back to Sister Knott, who passes it to Sister Alice, back to Sister Knott. Back and forth they go between Sister Alice and Sister Knott. Back and forth they go down the court. Back and forth they go, showing off their skills in this WNBA. Back and forth between Sister Alice and Sister Knott. Is they able to hit this three-pointer as they going back and forth? Are they going to make this three-pointer? Can they shoot that long ball? Is that correct? That is correct. Way to shoot that long ball on that one now. It was an angel that found her. Way to shoot that long ball on that one there. All right, let's get ready to head down the court on our next question. It said, what was Hagar told? What did the angel tell Hagar? A, go back to Sarah. B, go to Egypt. C, flee to the desert. D, flee to the mountains. What did she say to her? As we get ready to head down the court, who's going to take off down the court? She said, work it, ladies. And these ladies definitely are working it. What did the angel say? And there goes Sister Glenzie going between her leg behind her back. She said, the angel said, head back to Sarah. She head back to Sarah. She said, head on back. Sometime we got to go back. She go between her leg and she passes it to Cousin Shirley. Down the court, she passed to Cousin Shirley back to Sister Glenzie, who passes it to Sister Knott. Sister Knott takes off down the court, man. Y'all got the crowd going wild. Y'all got the crowd going wild tonight. Sister Knott go between her leg, behind her back, showing her skills. Look at her go. The crowd is going wild, and she passes it to Sister Alice. Sister Alice begins to show off her skills as she spins around, go between her legs, and passes it back to Sister Knott. Down the court she goes, and she go between her legs, showing off her skills. Back and forth she goes between her leg, behind her back, and she passes it back to Sister Alice. Sister Alice go between her leg, behind her back. Can she shoot that three-pointer? Can she shoot that long ball? And Sister Alice double go between her leg, behind her back. Can she shoot that long ball? And she passes the Cousin Shirley to Sister Knott. They're passing the ball around. And here come Cousin Shirley, says she can shoot that long ball. Can she shoot that long ball? That is correct. That is correct. Way to shoot that long ball. She had to go back to Sarah. Sometimes we got to go back to where we running away from. That's just how God operates sometimes. Sometimes we got to go back. All right, let's head down the court with our next question. Next question said, what was Hagar's son's name? What was her son's name? We will take off down the court. Her son's name was A, Ishmael, B, Canaan, C, Judah, or D, Isaac. Who's going to take off down the court? What was her son's name? The crowd is excited. The crowd is all excited. As Sister Glenzie comes in and say it was Ishmael. Down the court, she go between her leg, behind her back with Ishmael, and she passes it to Sister Knott, back to Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie takes off down the court, going between her leg and behind her back, and she passes it back to Sister Knott, who passes it to Cousin Shirley. Cousin Shirley passes it back to Sister Alice. Sister Alice go between her leg and behind her back. Look at her go. Between her and Sister Knott, they're going back and forth. Back and forth between Sister Knott and Sister Alice. Man, they got the crowd all excited. But here come the bishop, said, no, it was Canaan. The bishop steals it and goes back the other way with Canaan. But all of a sudden, here comes Sister Alice, steals it from him and passes it to cousin Shirley, back to Sister Knott, back to Sister Alice, back to Sister Knott, and Sister Alice are going back and forth down the court as they pass to Sister Glenzie, back to Sister Alice, to Sister Glenzie, to Sister Knott, back and forth they go down the court to Sister Glenzie, back and forth they go. And is the seconds tick on the clock? Sister Knott and Sister Glenzie are going back and forth. Man, they putting on a show for the crowd. Y'all are putting on the show. Here come cousin Shirley to Sister Alice. Is she gonna make this 3 long ball? That is correct. That is correct. Way to shoot that long ball. Way to shoot that long ball from half court. Man, y'all are putting on a show for the crowd. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Say, what kind of man would he grow to be? What kind of man? A, peaceable. B, a wild man. C, rich. D, a coward. Who gonna start down the court on this one here? The crowd is all excited. Who gonna start down the court? Is he peaceable, wild, rich, or coward? Down the court, go cousin Shirley said. Are you Sister Glenzie and Sister Alice? She asked the question, are y'all related? Is there a relation between Sister Glenzie and Sister Alice? I think they're sisters. I'm not for sure. If not, they cousins. All right, Sister Glenzie takes off down the court, and there she goes. She goes with, he's a wild man. Down the court, she go with wild. And she throw between her leg behind her back with wild. Down the court, she's showing off her skill with wild. And she passes it to the bishop. Back to Sister Glenzie, who passes it to cousin Shirley. Back to Sister Glenzie. Back and forth, they go down the court. Said, yes, we are sisters. They are sisters. Sister Glenzie says, sister-in-law. Okay, that's sisters. That's all right. They are sisters. So down the court they go. These sisters go. And they pass it to Sister Knott, back to Sister Alice, back to Sister Knott and Sister Alice. Man, they love to put on a show for the crowd. Between Sister Knott and Sister Alice, love to put on a show for the crowd. All right, then. Yes, they love to put on a show for the crowd between Sister Alice and Sister Knott. And Sister Alice coming in. Can she shoot that long ball, or will she pass the ball? She passes it to the bishop. Is the bishop have it right? That is correct, Bishop. Bishop show him that he can shoot that 3-pointer too. He was a wild man. Show him you can shoot that 3-pointer too, Bishop. All right, that brings our first half to an end. Y'all take a break as we get ready for our second half. Take a break. All right. Yes, that is beautiful. Sisters-in-law, sisters. All right. Glad to have your sisters with you. So y'all take a break, take a water break, or whatever you gotta do. Man, it's exciting watching you guys go back and forth. I mean, y'all are going at it. Y'all got the crowd all excited. People are excited about this WNBA basketball. Man, we're going to be playing WNBA basketball all this month. All right, so people are excited. All right, so we're glad to have y'all here. And we're getting ready for our second half. In the second half, we're going to Genesis 21. We're going to the 21st chapter of Genesis. All right. We're going to the 21st chapter of Genesis for our second half. So we get ready to pull up our questions for our second half. Here comes our question for the second half. Amen. All right. Here come my question for the second half. All right, here they come. Here they come. Our first question says, Abraham called the name of his son, which Sarah gave birth to. What did he call him? A, Nathaniel. B, Aaron. C, Ishmael. D, Isaac. What did Abraham call the name of his son that Sarah bearer to him. Nathan, Aaron, Ishmael, or Isaac. The crowd is ready. They're all excited. Who's going to take off down the court first on this one here? And the bishop said, Aaron, what? The bishop said, Aaron. Down the court, the bishop goes with Aaron. But here comes Sister Knott, steals it from him, and she passes it to Cousin Shirley, who passes it to Sister Glenn, who go between her legs. She is showing off before the crowd, and she passes it back to Sister Knott, back to Sister Glenzie, to Sister Alice, back to Sister Glenzie, to Sister Knott. Down the court, they're going back and forth down the court. Man, they putting on a show for the crowd as they pass it to Cousin Shirley. Down the court, they putting on a show for the crowd. Sister Glenzie going between her leg back to Sister Knott. Between her leg to Sister Alice, back and forth to Sister Knott to Sister Glenzie, back and forth to Sister Alice to the sisters. Them sisters are putting on a show as they pass to Sister Knott, back to Sister Alice. Down the court, she passes it back to Sister Knott. And here come the bishop, tries to steals it again. The bishop goes back the other way with Nathaniel. But here comes Sister Alice and steals and passes it to Sister Knott, back to Sister Alice, back to Sister Knott, as they put on a show for the crowd between Sister Knott and Sister Alice. They are determined. They said, Cousin Shirley says, shoot it from half court. Shoot it from half court. Here comes Sister Knott, passes back and forth between her and Sister Alice. And they said Isaac. And it's this a shot at Sister Glenzie. Alice passes back to Sister Knott, back to Sister Alice. Back and forth, they going down the court. Is this correct? As they go back and forth down the court, as Isaac is correct. That is correct. Way to shoot that three-pointer from half court. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Sound like Sister Knott says she wants y'all to do some slamming too. Can these women slam? Here we go with our next question. Can they slam? Sarah saw Hagar's son, and A, he was doing what? A, mocking, B, fall, C, run away, or D, eating. When Sarah saw Hagar's son, what was he doing? All right, who's going to take off down the court on this one here? The crowd is all excited. Who's going to take off down the court? Sarah saw Hagar's son doing what? Mocking, fall, run away, eating. Down the court, there goes Sister Glenzie. Says she saw him mocking. She go between her legs behind her back. She's showing off her skills. Down the court, she go showing off her skills. Man, this sister is a tough sister, and she shows off her skills, and she passes it to Sister Knott. And Sister Knott passes it to Cousin Shirley. Said teasing Isaac. That's what it means, mocking him. All right, down the court, she passes it to Sister Knott. Sister Knott go between her legs, passes to Sister Alice. Down the court, Sister Alice goes and she passes it back to Sister Knott to Sister Alice. Back and forth, they going down the court between Sister Knott and Sister Alice. Them sisters love to put on a show for the crowd. They love to put on a show. They got the crowd going as they go back and forth between Sister Knott and Sister Alice, and they passes it to Cousin Shirley, back to Sister Alice, to Sister Knott. Sister Alice and Sister Knott are going back and forth. Down that court, they go back and forth. Man, wait a this WNBA, man, y'all are much faster than the men. Look at them sisters go. Back and forth, they go down that court. Man, passing back and forth. Can they slam it? Can they slam it? Seconds are ticking. Can these sisters slam that ball? She gives an alley hoop. Is this a slam on this one here? Is this a slam? She slammed it on that one there. Flying 360 slam. Them sisters can slam. Them sisters can slam. Way to slam that ball. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. It says, Sarah told Abraham to what? A, correct Hagar's son. B, correct Hagar. C, punish Hagar and her son. Or D, send Hagar and her son away. What did Sarah say do? Correct that boy. Correct his mama. Correct both of them. Send them both away. Who gonna head off down the court on this one here? And there goes Sister Glenzie going between her legs and behind her back. This is a tough sister. She is showing off for the crowd as she goes between her legs and behind her back. Showing off for the crowd. Man, can anybody keep up with this sister? And as she passes it to Cousin Shirley, say, get rid of them. Down the court, no more baby drama. And she passes it down to Sister Glenzie, passes it to Sister Alice. Sister Alice goes between her leg behind her back as she shows off for the crowd, and she passes it back to Cousin Shirley to Sister Knott. Sister Knott passes it back to Sister Alice. Back and forth. Here they go again, back and forth between them two as they heading down the court. Those two, Sister Alice and Sister Knott, love to put on a show for the crowd. Those sisters are putting on a show before the crowd as they pass back and forth down the court. Man, look at them. Man, back and forth. Man, don't lose that ball as they pass back and forth between Sister Alice and Sister Knott. Sister Alice and Sister Knott. Is this correct? That is correct. Way to shoot that long ball. That's correct. 3-pointer from half court. Way to shoot that long ball. Them sisters be going back and forth. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Next question says, what did God say would become of Hagar's son? A, he would be destroyed. B, he would be rejected. C, he would be a nation. D, he would be Abraham's only heir. What did God say would become of Hagar's son? Destroyed, rejected, be a nation, become Abraham's only heir. Who's going to take off down the court on this one here? Who's going to take off down the court? The crowd is all excited. The crowd is all excited. Who's going to take off down the court down on this one here? Would he be his only heir? Would he be a nation or what? Who's going to take off down the court on this one here? Is this a tough one on the sisters? The crowd is waiting. They are excited. Who gonna take off down the court on this here? What would Hagar's son be? What would he be? And there go Cousin Shirley said he would be a nation. And she passes it to Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie passes it back and forth between her legs, and she's showing off her skills. As she show off her skills between her legs, behind her back. This sister is a WNBA player. She is showing off her skills as she passed to Sister Alice back to Sister Glenzie. They going back and forth, showing off their skills. And here comes Sister Knott. They pass it to her. And here again, her and Sister Knott and Sister Alice are going back and forth down the court, showing their skills. Them sisters are on the same team. They showing their skills as they go back and forth down the court, exciting the crowd. The crowd is all excited as these sisters go back and forth down the court. Can they shoot that long ball or will they slam it again? These sisters are going back and forth down the court as they go down the court. Can they shoot that long ball? Is this another slam? What will these sisters do? Is this another slam? Yes, it would be a nation. Way to slam it. They went up for an alley-hoop slam. Way to slam it on that one there. That was an alley-hoop between them two sisters to a flying 360. Way to slam it on that one. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. It said, what did Abraham give Hagar? A, silver and gold. B, wine and cheese. C, meat and bread. Or D, bread and water. The crowd is all excited. Who's going to take off down the court first on this one here? What did Abraham give Hagar when he sent her away? Silver and gold, wine and cheese, meat and bread and water. Who's going to take off down the court first on this one here? If they get ready to take off down the court, there goes Sister Glenzie, takes off and said bread and water. She goes between her legs, behind her back. This sister is determined with that bread and water. As she passes it to Sister Alice, to Sister Shirley, Cousin Shirley, back to Sister Glenzie. Back and forth they go. To Sister Glenzie, to Sister Alice, back to Sister Glenzie. Back and forth, they showing off their skills between Sister Alice and Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie passes it to Sister Knott. Sister Knott passes it to Sister Glenzie, back to Sister Alice. Back and forth they go, and there comes Sister Knott, and these three sisters are going back and forth between Sister Knott, Sister Alice, and Sister Glenzie. Knott and Alice, Glenzie, Alice. Man, these sisters are going back and forth, and they passes it to Cousin Shirley. sell small bread and water. Back and forth they go, passing that ball as they head down the court. Can they shoot that long ball again as these sisters switch back and forth down the court? Can they shoot that long ball? Back to Sister Alice, back to Sister Knott. Back and forth they go down the court. Sister Knott double between her legs, and she went behind her back. She's determined. She shoots that long ball. Is that correct? Bread and water. Is that correct? That is correct. Way to shoot that long ball. Bread and water is what Abraham sent her off with. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. For two people and a growing baby, that's a little. I know that's right. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Next question said, Hagar sat away from the child because why? Why did she sit away from the child? A, his crying disturbed her. B, she did not want to catch his disease. C, she was abandoning him. Or D, she did not want to see him die. Who's going to take off down the court? The crowd is all excited. The crowd is all excited. As Sister Knott takes off down the court right away, she said she did not want to see him die. And look at this sister go. She took off by herself. She did not want to see him die. Down the court, she go with, he did not want to see him die. Are we all in agreement? Are we all in agreement? Or can she take it alone by herself and she doubles back and passes it to Sister Glenzie? Sister Glenzie takes off down the court between her leg behind her back to Sister Nada, to Sister Glenzie, who passes it to Cousin Shirley, back to Sister Glenzie. Back and forth they go down the court. Sister Glenzie doubles back to Sister Knott. Sister Knott back to Sister Glenzie to Sister Knott. Back and forth. Man, these sisters are going back and forth down this court. Down the court between Sister Knott. Sister Knott go between her leg behind her back. She is determined to shoot that long ball again. Back and forth she go between her legs. This sister knows how to play that WNBA ball. Man, she has the crowd all excited. And she going between her leg behind the ball. He did not want to see her child die. She go between her leg behind her back. Man, look at her go. Wow. Can she hit this long ball again? Can she hit it again? That is correct. Way to hit that long ball again. Way to hit that long ball again. Let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. So these women are some ballers. Yes, they are determined tonight. Here comes our next question. Said, God heard this and sent an angel. What did he hear? A, Hagar praying. B, Hagar crying. C, Hagar, the prayer of Abraham. D, the voice of the child. What did he hear? What did God hear? Did he hear Hagar praying, Hagar crying, the prayer of Abraham, or the voice of the child? And there goes Cousin Shirley. She takes off right away and says, he heard the lad crying. Down the court, she passes it to Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie go between her legs behind her back. Look at that sister work that ball. She is a baller. Look at that sister work that ball between her legs behind her back. Man, she says she can work it too. She's a baller too. She said, Ishmael crying, and she passed the Cousin Shirley, and she passed it to Sister Knott. Sister Knott begins to show off her skills to the crowd. Back and forth, she go between her legs and behind her back, showing off her skills. Look at this sister play that ball. She can play too. This sister got skills too, as she go between her leg behind her back. They some ballers. They some ballers tonight. Man, this sister, these sisters is balling tonight. Boy, look at these sisters go between her leg behind her back as the seconds are ticking on the clock. Is this sister able to hit another long ball? Is she able to hit another long ball? She go between her leg and shoots it. Is that correct? Is that correct? And as good Sister Glenzie shoots, and that is correct. That is correct. Way to shoot that long ball at the last second. She passed it to Sister Glenzie at the last second. Way to shoot that long ball. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Say, Hagar saw what? A, God. B, Abraham coming to get her. C, a devil. D, or well. What did Hagar see? Who gonna take off down the court? The crowd is all excited. Who gonna take off down the court on this one here? What did Hagar see? What did Hagar see? The crowd is excited. Did he? Did she see God, Abraham, a devil, or a whale? Who gonna take off down the court? And that go cousin Shirley said an angel, which is not even one of the answers on this one here. The crowd didn't say nothing on that. Now she changed to a whale, and there she got the crowd in it now, and she sends it to Sister Glenzie. Down the court, Sister Glenzie go between her leg and behind her back. Man, she playing big boy ball, and she's playing big boy ball, and she passes it to Sister Knott. Sister Knott passes it back to Sister Glenzie. Down the court they go, back and forth between them. Back and forth between Sister Knott and Sister Glenzie. They showing off their skills. They're showing off their skills as they go back and forth down the court. Man, y'all got the crowd all excited. Way to show off your skills. Back and forth, they go down the court, showing off their skills. Showing off their skills. Seconds are ticking on the clock between Sister Knott and Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie shoot the ball. Is this a good one here? That is correct. She slammed it on that one now. Way to alley hoop and slam. Them sisters alley hoop and slam between each other. Way to alley hoop and slam. All right, man. Y'all got the crowd all excited. Let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Next question, Abraham made a covenant with this king. What king did Abraham make a covenant with? Was it A, with Amalek, B, the king of Tyre, C, David, or D, Herod? Who's going to take off down the court on this one here as the crowd is all excited? Who did Abraham make a covenant? What was the name of the king? Amalek, king of Tyre, David, or Herod? Who gonna take off down the court on this one here? And there go cousin Shirley right away and say it was with Amalek. Down the court she go with Amalek, and she takes off down the court showing off her skills. She's showing off her skills as she passes it to Sister Knott. Sister Knott passes it back to cousin Shirley, back to Sister Knott. Down the court they go with Amalek, showing off their skills. They're showing off their skills, getting the crowd all excited. And here comes Sister Glenzie. Sister Glenzie go between her legs and behind her back. Man, look at that sister go as she passes it between her leg behind her back to Sister Knott. Back and forth. They going back and forth between Sister Glenzie and Sister Knott. Back and forth. They go down the court. Man, between Sister Knott and Sister Glenzie, and all of a sudden, here comes the first lady out of nowhere. She said she want to play in this WNBA tonight. Our first lady has joined the WNBA basketball. She takes off down the court, and they passing back and forth between Sister Knott and Sister Glenzie. Man, they're showing off their skills as they pass back and forth down the court. Back and forth, these sisters are going. They are determined between Sister Knott and Sister Glenzie. Man, can these sisters shoot that long ball? Y'all got the crowd all excited, but can y'all shoot that long ball? Can you shoot that long ball as the crowd is all excited? Is Amalek correct? Is Amalek correct as Sister Glenzie and Sister Knott go back and forth? Is Amalek correct? Is it Amalek? That is correct. Way to shoot that long ball on that one there. It is Amalek. All right. Let's get ready to head down the court with our next question. Next question says, Abraham dwelt here for many days. Where did Abraham dwell at for many days? In Jerusalem. B in A in Israel, B in Jerusalem, C in the land of the Philistine, D in the land of the nomad. Who gonna take off down the court first on this one here? The crowd is all excited. They ready for who gonna take off in this WNBA basketball. Where did Abraham dwell at? In Israel, Jerusalem, the land of the Philistines, or the land of the nomads. Who gonna take off down the court first on this here? They still in the huddle. The crowd is anxious. They're still in the huddle. And here comes Sister Glenzie, takes off right away and said, it was the land of the Philistines. Down the court she goes and she passes it to cousin Shirley, back to Sister Glenzie. who shows off her skills going between her legs and behind her back. She shows off her skills. This sister is determined. And she shows off her skill between her leg and behind her back, and she passes it back to cousin Shirley, and she passes it back to Sister Glenzie as they show off their skills. This sister's going between her leg and behind her back. Is she correct? Is she showing off her skills? She has the crowd all excited as she go down the torch. She said the land of the Philistine. And she is determined. She is determined. Look like this sister's gonna go in for a slam all by herself. Is this correct? With the land of the Philistine, Abraham dwelt there for many years. Look at that sister go back and forth. Is that correct? Is it the land of the Philistine? That is correct. It is the land of the Philistine. This sister shot that long ball from half court all by herself. Way to go at it, sister. All right, let's get ready to. That brings our game to an end. All right, that brings our game to an end. We'd like to thank you all for coming out and playing in this. We begin our Women's History Month here on Bible Basketball, and we'll be playing in the WNBA Bible Basketball Association. All right. Thank you all for coming out and being a part of this tonight. Thank you. Thank you to you all. It was very exciting. Y'all had the crowd going. Thank you, Sister Glenzie. God bless you, my sister. Thank you for coming out and being with us tonight. Thank you to my cousin Shirley. God bless you, my sister. Thank you for coming out and being with us tonight. Sister Knott, God bless you, Knott. Thank you for coming out and being with us tonight. It was really exciting. Thank you, thank you, thank you to you all. Let's see, Bishop was with us earlier. Thank you, Bishop Granberry. Earlier, he was with us. He came out with us. And thank you to my beautiful wife for peeping in on us. She just got off from work. Thank you for coming in and being with us tonight. Thank you, Sister Alice Cummins. God bless you. Thank you for stopping by and being with us tonight. Thank you to you all. If I miss anybody, charge it to my eyes and not my heart. Good game, Sister Glenzie. God bless you. Thank you. So cousin Shirley said, "Way the ball." Yeah, y'all sisters can play that ball in this WNBA. Y'all was moving faster than y'all were in the men's Bible basketball. And here, so thank you. Yes, correct. Remember to trust the process and seek to keep God first. Thank you to you all for being a part of this. Thank you to you all. Have a blessed evening.